Fantastic. You have an incredible Facebook following. Don't under...
What they say, Iowans come out of the cornfield. We aren't born. We come out of cornfields looking for bush light and range good.
I love it.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hey, friends, what's happening? Welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone on Tuesday, the 21st of August. I got to give a shout out to our pal Dick. I don't know his last name, but he was just talking to us before we started the show, and I met Dick this past Saturday at the Muscatine High School class of 1963's 55th reunion that was at Geneva. It was a great time, and Dick and his significant other were there, and they were just in the store and having a great chat, and then I looked at the time, and I was like, we got to start the show. And I was really half tempted to just ask Dick to stay here because he wanted to be the official Hy-Vee Today weatherman. And all you have to do in the weather business is just say that it might rain or it might snow. And that's it. I'm sure you have to go to school for meteorology. I actually know this because I have a couple friends that are meteorologists, but you and I could be weather people, to keep it politically correct, right? What's stopping us? Maybe that's your dream, friends. I don't know. So we've got a lot to get to on the show this morning, including later on, I will be getting a flu shot on the show because we've got the flu shot available here at Hy-Vee. And when you get a flu shot at your Muscatine Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent fuel saver. So getting the flu shot will keep you healthy and it'll get you cheaper gas. So it's a win-win, and most insurances cover it. So like I'll have no cost, and I'll probably get a cool Band-Aid and maybe a sucker. It have to be a keto-friendly sucker. The other thing I want to mention is that goodness gracious, y'all love Busch Light Tall Boys. We have 6 packs of Tall Boys, Busch Light, right here. These are $4 each, or you can buy 4 of them for $15, or like some people have been doing, you can buy a pallet. True story. Whatever you want to do. And there's wine and spirits. And right where that lady was walking, and there's Kayleen, there were 2 giant mountains of Busch Light that have been brought into the wine and spirits to be set up and sold this morning. So check that out and don't miss a good deal. All right, let's get to our first guest, who is here already. We talked about oil yesterday with my celebrity, and today we're talking to Police Chief Kerry Kinmonth, who is here. Kinmonth, I said it right. Is that correct, Chief?
Spot on.
Spot on. All right. Good to see you, pal. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We've met before, and I think it was when you kind of had just arrived to West Liberty, which was, are you coming up on 3 or 4 years?
Actually, just coming up on 2 years. I started in January of 20. Well, it seems like dog years when you've been there a while, but yeah, January 2017. I started in West Liberty, so it's been a good run.
It has been. You really hit the ground running, and you've gotten a lot done in a short amount of time. And I mean that. I mean, you really have done great work, and I know that when we had met, I mean, you were super excited about getting to West Liberty and starting to get to work. So it's got to have been a very rewarding 2 years, almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a very good time. We got really good people. We have really good leadership in our community, and we obviously have really good support, and that's very important in our line of work, in any line of work, is having, you know, I always say we need the folks behind us. I got to keep the score 51-49 at least.
Yep.
Worst case scenario. I like to keep it about 90-10, but we want the people behind us, and they bought in to what we're doing over there. So
I was going to say, you have done such a tremendous job with things like outreach in the community, different ways that we'll be able to highlight that in just a second. Here, look at that. That's a fantastic picture. Thank you, Ryan. So just this past weekend, I believe,
Yep.
you were out and about passing out like free donuts, which,
hey, can't go wrong with free donuts.
I mean,
right?
you guys were passing them out. I'm not trying to make any type of
worries.
stereotype.
You don't get a body like this not eating donuts.
Me too, Chief. Me too. Although I haven't had a donut in a while. But what was that? That was like a back to school bash or something?
Yeah. We had cotton candy. The school put on a show. A good program. They had free swimming for the kids. They had pork sandwiches, hot dogs, cotton candy, which I have never been able to say no to myself. Watermelon, you name it. It was just a good time in the park. You see me doing the picture shows me doing a left-handed, whatever they call that, bell ringing thing.
Yeah.
I got a messed up right shoulder, so I had to do it kind of Thor style, one-handed. So
how'd you do?
I did. I rang it.
You looked pretty good, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I did okay.
So it's important to be in front of people because, and I know that I just told you before we started, my dad had about 30 years on the job between Skokie Police Department and the Chicago Police Department, recently retired. So I've been around police officers my whole life. I was leaving the Munster Public Library here in Muscatine last night. One of Muscatine's finest was driving through, said, hey, that's the kind of rapport that I've always had.
Yep.
I never had the call to do the job. Terrifies me. My dad always would tell me, Chief, when I was doing radio in the Quad Cities, I was doing morning radio, and he would say, well, your afternoons are free. You could be like a firefighter. And I was like, Dad, you don't understand. When I see fire, I'm like, hey, guys that put out fire, that's not me. But I have the utmost respect for people that do that. So that's important in a community like West Liberty for especially young people early on to understand that you're there for them when they need you.
Yeah, what I tell my officers too, we're a part of the community, not apart from it. We need to be vested and involved, and when there is events and things that go on in our community, we need to be there. We go to football games, we go to basketball games, we go to school events, I have officers that have weekly coffee club with some of our seniors in town just to find out what's going on in the senior community, and we try to hit every age group, and those are my eyes and ears, and I really find out what's going on in my community when I talk to the seniors. Then I really know what's going on.
Sure.
And I get a pulse and a feel for the community. So.
And you want West Liberty to be a great place to live and work and to be attractive for families, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. We were, last year we were ranked I think the 6th safest community in Iowa, which I think we're number 1, but they ranked us as the number 6 safest community. We have a good group of officers. We have, again, citizens that watch out for each other. They'll see something, they'll say something. We get messages on our Facebook page. Like we had somebody was vandalizing the park. They were spray painting in the park.
Sure.
And within a day, I had a name from somebody that messaged us on Facebook because they didn't want to tolerate that either. They don't want that to happen in their community. So.
Isn't that great? And that's definitely something we're going to talk about, is your Facebook social media presence is so strong. But before we get there, I want to mention, so part of the reason that I reached out is because you're a self-defense class that you put on in West Liberty. 50 and 100, is that correct?
Yeah, it really, so honestly, it kind of blew up on us. We had talked about doing something for a while, and then, we had a high-profile missing person, Molly Tibbetts, and I was getting messages from community members, and I was getting messages from other folks wondering if we could do something for a self-defense class or making people more aware of their surroundings. And we did this self-defense class for women. And when I first put it up on our Facebook page, and obviously we talk about how quickly things get spread in social media, about an hour after I put it up, I said, oh, maybe I should have put West Liberty only.
Right.
Because, West Liberty School District or West Liberty. So
Sure.
I go back an hour later and I'm like, holy cow, it was already blowing up, if you
Sure.
will.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's too late now. And I didn't want to turn people away. And we want to do it for free because you can't put a price on safeties.
Sure.
Because I see other places. We had reached out to some folks to come put it on for us, and I was getting quoted $500 or $1,000
Wow.
to have somebody come in. It's like, well, we have capable staff here.
Absolutely.
And so we put it on ourselves, and I have people, I'm getting messaged every day, have another one, please. Can we do another one because we couldn't make it, or we heard how great it was.
Sure.
And so it just really blew up on us in a great way too.
There's some good pictures. We have the journal link or any of the TV. Okay, let's roll video, no audio, because we'll just kind of comment over it. That's he used to work in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, that's Jim, not Jim.
That's
Martins.
Mark. I think his name's Mark, isn't it?
I know exactly. I know what you're saying. 'Cause
Right.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Look at that. Is there audio? Do you want me to stop talking? All right, we'll listen to the audio. That's cool. Check this out. West Liberty PD doing good work.
There as they learn to fight for their lives.
The West Liberty Police Department never anticipated thousands of people would express interest when it announced a self-defense class on Facebook. More than 100 people actually showed up this morning, many of them mothers and daughters concerned about their own safety.
These are real-life scenarios where a woman is alone, she's afraid, she's by herself, she doesn't know what to do, and there's someone coming to attack her.
These women say learning basic self-defense skills is more crucial than ever, now in the wake of 20-year-old Molly Tibbetts' disappearance.
I didn't expect something like this to happen in a town like that. It's a town like West Liberty, not a lot of people. It kind of got me nervous, walking just a few blocks to my house.
When you have really a high-profile missing person, it magnifies everything else, and just a lot of concern and worry in our community.
Chief Kerry Kinmont says it's why the community encouraged him to create this self-defense class.
The interest was overwhelming, and that just tells me it needs to be done.
I'm going to bring my neck down as far as I can.
I just want to make sure they kind of have some education on what they need to do to fight back.
Renee Harned brought both of her daughters. One is in high school, but the other leaves home for college this week. She wants them to learn this lesson first, so they don't take any chances.
In case of an emergency, and to protect me from these kinds of things.
No woman wants to be the victim of a sexual assault or a kidnapping or human trafficking. We want to teach strong women. We want them to be empowered.
Police say when it comes to self-defense,
Get back! Get back!
all bets are off and nothing is off limits.
Okay, shots to the groin. Bam, bam!
Using your knees, your arms, your elbows, striking, even headbutting, things that aren't traditionally considered a fair fight. We're not looking to fight fair, we're looking to win, and we're looking to get out of there.
It kind of threw out what I had originally thought and taught me something new.
Patrol Officer Kim Halpane says skills like getting loud in a public setting and tricking your aggressor to think they're winning
again.
Strike to the groin.
Just
can
looking
give
at
women
the footage.
an upper
And if
hand.
I'm not mistaken,
He's
is that
never
your
gonna see it
son,
coming because-
Mitchellville Police?
Yes, very. Thank you for that.
I thought
that's
so.
Kind of warm moment for us. Our son graduated from the police academy on Wednesday,
Wow.
and he came over and helped us out there a week or two ago, whenever that was. So that's a proud papa moment, sure.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah,
so
it
he
really
went
is.
through the academy and now he's
Following Dad's footsteps. So we hear people talk about, oh, you don't want your son to be a police officer.
Sure.
You don't, for all the things that we deal with over the years and all the stressors and things. But everybody can say that. But I'll tell you what, I'm good with it. I'm very proud. He'll carry the torch well.
So the interesting thing is, and we don't do this show to break news, and you're not here because of this. I mean, I invited you on to talk about the self-defense class and a couple other things, but as you arrived this morning, you told me that it seems to be breaking at this moment that they may have potentially found Molly Tibbetts' body. And again, I don't. This is such a sensitive topic to even talk about on this show, but it's going on. That's the reality, and there'll be a press conference later, it appears.
Yeah, I don't think we can ignore it. I saw some of the national media was kind of running with it a little bit. So there is news out there about this, and it's all the best to, regardless of whatever, all the best to the family and to the friends, and hopefully justice or whatever needs to be done is served. So
there was such a response from so many different departments that wanted to support this before, like the FBI steps in, and it's so important to have boots on the ground, to borrow something from what you said earlier, because it's so crucial those first few hours, few days when someone is reported missing. So certainly you don't want to have anything like this happen. There's an article. What website is that from? Is it reputable? Scroll up a little bit. I want to see the site to make sure. Where's it from? Keep going. ABC News. Okay. So, right. This is, again, we're just learning about this morning, and it's devastating for sure. And listen, this, whatever the case was, whether it was a human trafficking attempt or an accident and someone trying to cover it, we don't know, and I don't want to speculate. The thing is, though, is that it sparked a conversation about keeping yourself safe, but also just paying attention, Chief. I mean, we have to, and myself as a parent, I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, I have a girl on the way. I mean, we just have to pay more attention in general, I think, to our surroundings.
Well, we talk to everyone, kids, adults, women, men, whoever. We get lost in our phones sometime. We aren't paying attention to our surroundings. In Iowa, we get dark at 4:30 here in another month or two. It's sad to think about, but think about what your car looks like where it's parked now, and then maybe when you get off. We have those nurses that get off after a late shift at 2 in the morning, and they're finding their way to their cars and things. Don't be afraid to ask for somebody to walk out with you.
Sure.
Maybe there's a security guard. Maybe there's just a friend or a coworker. And then as you're doing that, being aware of your surroundings and just being cautious and careful, whatever you do, being careful.
So this self-defense class, 150 women, a huge success and a great way to, and you heard from that news story that we showed, the great example is the mom with the 2 daughters and the daughter that's going away to college. I'm not that far removed from being at St. Ambrose in Davenport. 16 years, okay, maybe I'm a little bit far removed. But I can tell you that when I arrived in 2002 to start, that wasn't even a thought. Like something like that could happen to not only just like a female friend or whatever, but I mean it can happen to guys as well. You're just nervous about starting school. You're being away from your family. You're trying to make good decisions, but the reality is that if people are going to do bad things, they're going to be looking for opportunities to do so. And it's not like we want everybody to walk around feeling scared.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're just trying to empower them.
Exactly. We don't want to create a victim mentality or this is, woe is me, this has to happen, or this is going to happen. We want you to think of, it's not happening to me. If it happens 100 miles from me, that's terrible for them, but it's not going to be me, and it's not going to be my backyard, and it's not going to be my kids. And so we just want people to, again, just be on their toes and be alert and be cautious of what's going on around you and being alert and aware to it.
All right, so West Liberty Police Department on Facebook, we'd come back to that. You have an unbelievable presence for a small, what's the population in West Liberty?
About 4,000.
Okay, so you have 4,000 people in West Liberty. Somehow there's like 14,000 people that are connected to the West Liberty PD page. And there's a great picture from the self-defense class. Ryan, if you go back to the pictures, look for the pink right there. So I don't want to say it's not a badge, but it's
a pink patch.
Pink patch, thank you. So Chief brought one of these, and let's keep it there for a second, and let's talk about this, because this is a great effort as well. So
I was a police chief in Mitchellville, Iowa 3 years ago, and I heard about the Pink Patch Project, and it basically you sell police department patches to raise money for breast cancer awareness.
Sure.
And when I got to West Liberty, that was one of the first things I brought here was the Pink Patch Project. Last year we raised, I think, about $1,500
wow.
for breast cancer research. We're selling these patches for $15 each. We're just asking someone to send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the West Liberty Police Department. They'll again, maybe you can answer for me, but I think they're really cool. I think it's a really neat thing that we've done here. You know, we don't want to toot our own horn, but I think it's people really like them. I was in the office this morning. I sent one to Maine this morning. I've sent them to New Zealand. I've sent them to England. So all I need is a self-addressed stamped envelope with a check for $15. The proceeds from this will go to the Steed Children's Cancer Research Center.
Sure.
And then half of the monies we will keep for our Shop of the Cop program, where we take kids shopping around Christmas time. So all the monies raised from this will go to very worthy causes.
This is fantastic. I have never seen anything like this before. I did see this on your Facebook page, And I'm glad that you brought this up and brought one here to talk about.
Well, we also did, and I can show you, we also did a Special Olympics patch.
Oh my gosh,
and,
no way.
And that's just our regular patch there.
Look
but
at that. Zoom in on that one. I love the Special Olympics.
Well, that's yours now. You can keep that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll have to slip a donation to my friend Jason Miller.
We are proud supporters of Special Olympics Iowa, and we're actually going to be doing an autism patch next, I think, where the puzzle pieces.
Yeah. My brother-in-law has severe autism.
And everybody knows somebody,
Yep.
and it's a good icebreaker. It's a good conversation starter. When people see our patch, like today, I'm wearing the Special Olympics patch.
Yeah.
When people see our patch, we were just talking about my son's graduation. I had 5 police departments come up to me and they saw my pink patch and they were like, "Whoa, that's so cool! What'd you do? How'd you do that?"
Yeah.
So these are the kind of things we need. We need to support these things, and we also, again, we can use these as icebreakers, if you will, for people to come up and talk to us. So
this is fantastic. I have a connection, right? So my dad, retired police department, always have a connection to the police. My grandma, my mom's mom, had breast cancer way back in the day. Lost her breast. Survived it. I mean, that was early.
That's another thing. We all know somebody. We all have somebody in our
Unfortunately.
families that are suffering with cancer. With we have special needs, Special Olympics.
This is
situation
unbelievable
for kids. So
I'm super excited about the Special Olympics one. I mean, equal support for all of them. But yeah, I mean, and again, it's all about just keeping that relationship with the community that you serve every day and doing creative fundraisers, but the awareness that comes off of things like this, Chief. I mean, that's what's hard to put a price on, because the amount of geez, I can't even put into words almost the context that the athletes, how great they feel when they get to represent Muscatine or wherever they're from, when they're connected to things like Special
And if you've
Olympics.
never been, I've been to 2 of the opening ceremonies in Ames.
Sure.
It's just the neatest thing. Everybody's hugging. Everybody's just thrilled to be there. There is no. I mean, it's the best day for these kids.
Right.
They don't always get the limelight or spotlight, and in that day they are it. They are the reason for being there.
You know, it would be interesting as a 4-time Special Olympics versus fire department and / police department basketball referee.
Oh.
Perhaps MPD could use some help. You're not a short person.
Well, I foul a lot, though. See, I foul a lot. I play dirty. I'm in my 50s, so you play a certain way once you hit 50. And
but listen, the Special Olympics basketball team is undefeated against Muscatine Police and Fire.
Well,
they could use your help, Chief.
Well, maybe when I get the shoulder, I got to get the shoulder fixed, and then I could be on board.
We're talking February 19th, so February 2019.
All right, we'll see where I'm at.
Get a little PT action in there.
I do. I need some. Yeah.
It's a great game, but I'll tell you what, all of these are just great examples of the work that you're doing. Ryan, let's go to the West Liberty Police Department Facebook page and just kind of do a scroll, because I remember maybe it was a year ago or so, you had a post that went viral, and I don't know if we're going to be able to find it. It doesn't matter.
Way back.
There was a post where it was like a bunch of munchies and chips or something. Like you were setting a trap for, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. We were, that was the, 420 day.
That's right.
April 20th, 420.
I think it was a picture from 420.
Like Doritos, and we had set a trap. The typical stereotypical White Castle, and we had.
Where did you get White Castle from? Did you buy it
Well, I
here
brought
in
it back.
Okay.
Actually, we were on a trip, and I brought back some White Castle.
Oh my gosh!
So
like I said, I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it. You keep scrolling. It looks like it'd be past all this. This is how active West Liberty PD is.
Yeah, we have a lot
Facebook.
of stuff. We'll sometimes do 3 or 4 postings or more a day.
So
I'm kind
great.
of one of those people. The way I tell people is we put out positive energy.
Yeah.
And there's enough. You can go anywhere for the negative stuff. We'll have negative stuff on there occasionally.
Sure.
It's the way of the world, but we try to show people that there's good stuff going on in our town, and it's good to be alive. It's good to breathe. It's good to be out here and enjoy ourselves. So.
Well, I'm glad that Ryan found that picture. You better not go to West Liberty, dude. Come on.
Ryan, yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to watch.
That is a stereotype, Ryan. Certainly, the chief of police would
here,
not.
Let me give you my business card.
Okay, perfect. What in the world? All right, go ahead. Can I zoom in on this for you? This is. I mean, I would go to the academy for this type
I'm
of
just going to predict
creativity.
Ryan's probably going to need one of them someday.
Ryan Broderson is going to need. We got this new fancy camera. Look at that. Look at that. Community chest, get out of jail free. This card may be kept until the teeth are sold.
I'm not sure if it works or not. Nobody's actually put it to use, but that's the back of my business card.
This is the greatest business card I've ever seen.
Everybody wants one for some reason.
Of course they do. And nobody listen, what I always tell Ryan is police officers, they have free bracelets. You just never want to try them on.
No, you don't. No, they're not like these bracelets either.
No,
they're
I was going to say. And
metal,
even now, sometimes they're more of a zip tie nature, and that's
we can use
not
those
fun
too.
At all. Yeah. All right, Ryan.
Ryan,
what are you doing?
Ryan's over there smacking on
Chief
me,
is never going to come back.
There's a lot of meat.
What are we doing here? Police officers are people. There you go. That's a better one. You're getting another dog I saw on your
Yes,
Facebook page.
unfortunately, our little guy on the right, after 8 years, he was arrested. And we're actually getting a puppy this weekend.
New member of the family. And you were looking for name suggestions on your Facebook page.
We had really good suggestions. So our last dog, this is, my wife is, God bless her, she loves animals. We used to do rescue dogs and we did foster dogs.
Sure.
And right now we have 4 dogs.
Wow.
And that's actually Chewbacca. That's our, we picked him up in Tennessee on our way back from Florida. We had to leave vacation early to go pick him up.
Oh my gosh.
And he's about 7 pounds of nonstop action. You want to know about Chewbacca.
So for the new dog, Ryan, if you go to the Facebook page, there's like one of the most recent posts is a picture of this incoming pup.
Yeah, I think it should be the second or third thing.
Chewbacca.
We haven't named the new one yet, so that's what we're looking. So we have Chewbacca, and he's going to need her. It's a Lhasa Apso. We got to name her. So if man, go to our Facebook page and give us some ideas. We've got some cool ideas so far. So
that's absolutely. Have you thought about? And I said this yesterday because our very own Betsy, who's right there, adopted. Muscatine Humane Society had these free adoptions over the weekend.
Yeah, we definitely absolutely. I used to be on the board of an animal an animal rescue, and we've done. My wife and I, we've done 30 rescues. I think we've done a lot of rescues. The 3 dogs we have right now are all rescues. We wanted to get a baby again.
No, I understand.
We got a puppy this time, but I love the work. The animal. We are actually talking about doing we were going to partner with them, or was talking about partnering with them to adopt a cat for a week and blast them on our Facebook and have them a house cat and see if we can help get them adopted. But I have one officer that's allergic, so we're trying to work through that.
That's me too.
We want to. I do definitely want to do something with them.
Oh, the Humane Society would love any support. So I gave Betsy the suggestion, and she chose to not take it. Woofy McBarkenpaw.
Okay, well, I can see why maybe she didn't.
Yeah. It's a great name, Chief, right?
I think that's too much.
Woofy McBarkenpaw, and then for short, it's just Woofy.
There's too much going on there.
Okay. How about Tony Tone? And since it's a girl, you spell it T-O-N-I.
Tony. That.
Tony Tone.
So every time I'm mad at the dog, I
use
the full name.
That's right.
The full name.
The dog will get a get out of the kennel free card, maybe.
That could work. Yeah, that could work.
I hope that you continue doing the great work that you're doing. I know that you will. Certainly a self-defense class part 2 will be in the works, I imagine.
Yeah,
getting
absolutely.
that logistically put together, understanding that there could be more than 200 people based on the success
I
of the
think
first
it would.
go-round.
I think there'll be more. We just have. It's just like you said, logistically, it's hard sometimes. The stars kind of aligned that day because they were having a wrestling clinic. They already had the mats were going to be out, and the school was available. And now with all the activities in the school, it might be a little more difficult, but we will get it done. We just don't have a date picked out yet. Well,
listen, West Liberty Police Department on Facebook. I encourage you, if you watch this show, to reach out to Chief. And there's more donut pictures.
Ryan,
good deal.
Really?
Ryan needs the card, he says.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ryan's going to buy all these patches. That's what's going to happen. Reach out to Chief or anybody on their Facebook page, or send a sassy. I know. Sassy's great either. Sassy. Pick up a pink patch. Do you still have Special Olympic ones for sale?
We have a few. I'm waiting to get more. We're going to have autism patches next.
Autism patches on the way. It's been great to catch up.
Good seeing you again.
Good to see you. Thanks for all that you do. I mean, again, my personal relationship with police officers has been strong and has been a good one my whole life, and I'm certainly not either. I've never been arrested, by the way. Knock on. I'm glad that it was off camera the entire time, because it would have just looked bad.
I didn't know what we were getting into this morning when I saw that. So
just a good deal, Chief. Tell everybody in West Liberty I said hi. I know that you've had a busy summer with the fair, of course, seemed to go off without a hitch, and that's a lot of work. That's quite a few people that show up into West Liberty.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about. That's a great picture to leave it with, is the young people and getting in front of them and having them understand that you're just there when they need them, and approachable. I mean, approachability in your line of work is
Yeah.
Something that I think is necessary in 2018 for sure. You know, whether it's in a school or in a out to dinner or whatever the setting is.
Yep, we want people to come talk to us. I mean, that's the good stuff. When we have a child that, I remember when I was a kid, I'd have the police officer would have bubble gum, and I'd go see the police officer and get a piece of bubble gum, and we'll give kids. Like you said, we have donut giveaways, awesome. We have Gatorade giveaways, we have all kinds of different things we do throughout the year. So
it's fantastic, and of course, Shop with a Cop will be coming up.
Yeah, that's my baby there. That's really what I really enjoy the most, I think, of anything we do.
It's a great program. All right, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much again.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll see you soon. Let's go to the aisle cam if we can, CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Then we're going to send right. So it's set up. That's where we're going to be. I'm going to be going that way in just a minute to get my flu shot. But first, I want to send Betsy to the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. We got to pay the bills around here, Chief. You understand? Toyota Muscatine cart cam. Betsy, we're going to show some Hawkeye shirts near CBI's location in Hy-Vee, and then Ryan Broderson and I, we're going to take a stroll. Ryan, do I need a wireless microphone? All right. Thank you again, Chief. And we'll check in. We're going to head over to Nicole Duelmeyer, who runs the pharmacy. I'm going to hope I'm brave enough to get a shot. We're going to find out. It's been a while. Shots are here, but it is important. Fuel saver. You know, the fuel saver is a nice bonus. The main thing is keeping yourself safe, because cold and flu season is certainly around. Listen, here's the thing. These flu shots, they keep getting better so that you don't end up with influenza. And keep in mind, influenza is the thing that'll put you in the hospital. If you got a stomach thing where you can't leave the bathroom, that's not usually influenza. That's just not. I mean, it's just a stomach bug. I think people get that confused a lot, myself included, but now I kind of understand more what the influenza thing can mean. So there's a look at the front of the store. Hawkeye, Iowa State shirts, even some MCC shirts are there. And I think what we'll do is we'll keep the shot on Betsy for a minute, or we'll cut to the aisle cam, and then Ryan, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll start walking over there, and we'll go get a flu shot.
Remind Ryan I got my eye on him.
That's right. Hey, Ryan, Chief's got his eye on you, so don't jaywalk on the way over. All right? Yes. Can you hear me now in Hy-Vee TV land, Hy-Vee Today land? All right, Ryan, I'm going to start walking. Huh? I'm going to have us on the old Facebook feed on my phone. So we are currently walking to the pharmacy. Hold on, we're not getting a signal. Stand by. This is good. I'm going to get my steps in early. Going to help with the continued weight loss, everybody. Hello? Is that an extreme close-up? So right now we've got you on the aisle cam, CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, which is outside Wine and Spirits. You can see, oh no, it's at there we go, Toyota Muscatine cart cam, friends. We're looking at some Hawkeye and Cyclone shirts. That's a great shot right there.
You have it on a set, you have it on photo.
So keep in mind that those shirts will be here up until and including during the Hawkeye and Iowa State football season. So don't feel like you have to wait to get a shirt. I would get at least one or two if you're going to be tailgating. You want to have a nice rotation. Maybe you get 3 shirts, right? You get a black one, you get a gold one, and maybe you get a gray Hawkeye t-shirt. What do you think about a gray Hawkeye shirt? I think it's a good idea. Also, Halloween. I know it's the 21st of August. We're getting ready for back to school on Thursday. But guess what? The reality is Halloween's coming up, and we've got Halloween candy that is the freshest you'll have it, straight from the factory. And it's arrived here at Hy-Vee. Also, some costumes. Are we good to go? All right, Ryan, let's head to the pharmacy. Okay. We're off again? That's all right. Let's go to, let's give them the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Here comes Betsy back to the set. It's cart cam inception. Hello, Betsy. It's good to see this angle, Betsy. There we go. CBI Bank and Trust aisle camera set up near the pharmacy. We're going to be heading that way in a moment, getting a flu shot. There's Henry who is building a good-looking display of Miller Lite. Keep in mind, Miller Lite 24 packs, Coors Light 24 packs. When you buy 2 of them, still $11.99 each. That's a good price. So you can take advantage of that offer. And then we also mentioned the Busch Light deal that's still going on inside Wine and Spirits. You can get a 6-pack of Busch Light Tall Boys, $4. $4. Unbelievable. Yep, $4. No limit. Buy as many as you want. You can get 4 of those 6-packs for $15. Car cam's gonna do it? Okay, let's do it, Betsy. Let's head that way. Hey, Laura, how are you? What's going on? What's up? All right, Betsy. We're trusting Betsy on this one. That's what's happening. Okay. Is that camera like, what's it shooting? Is it shooting my good side? Yeah. I don't know. What's my better side, Betsy? All right, let's go to the pharmacy and get this flu shot. I'm gonna have to, tell me if I need to walk slower. I guess since I've lost weight, I've become a faster walker. Excuse me. All right, so we're gonna hang up left. Oh, did I juke you? I just totally juked Betsy. This could be my move. I just disappeared from behind me. It's not a good idea. Hello. Good. All right. Here's that random bag of popcorn you were looking for. We'll just put that right there. That's supposed to go. All right, now listen. Some of our coworkers are doing real work right now, okay? So all of this tomfoolery, we're gonna have to just keep it on the DL. We're going to get a flu shot. Yeah, super nervous. All right, Betsy, let's test it out. Hey, there's the aisle cam. Hello? Is this thing on? I hope he cut to that, because all right. Hello. Hello. We're here for a flu shot. I don't know where it's gonna go. Arm. Can it go in my fanny? Here's Nicole.
Hello, I'm just gonna grab it out of the fridge.
Okay, fresh out of the fridge, everybody. Betsy, I don't know if you want to come in or just keep it right there for the sake of the signal strength, but oh, this is a nice chair. I could do this. I could give people flu shots. What do you think? How do I look? Do I look more slender?
I do not trust him.
You can't hear Nicole, but she said she would trust me to give people a flu shot. What are we gonna go? Which arm? Does it matter?
It does not matter.
Okay.
Whichever arm. Some people like to do it whatever arm they're most active in.
Okay, so say that again. Whichever arm.
Some people like to say that it makes it a little less sore if you do it in your active arm. So then you're moving it all day and getting everything working for you.
Nice. All right. So do I need to like totally?
Yes. So I need to get into your intramuscular.
Oh. I'm very intramuscular. Okay. Betsy, I feel like this is my shirt. This is weird. All right. Here. Let me clip this right here. So again, the thing is, flu shots have to just have a ride button too. This is a whole thing. I should have just unbuttoned my shirt on the walk over. It would have just been pretty unprofessional, I think. So flu shots have arrived at the Hy-Vee pharmacy, and all jokes aside, like, we don't want people to get influenza. That's bad. Why can I get my sleeve off? Hold on. Gosh, it's gonna do a whole thing, and I'm like the Hy-Vee guy. I have stuff in my pockets. Chad and Ryan are probably laughing, thinking like, dude, just bust the shirt off. All right. So I am right-handed, Nicole. So let's go right arm.
Right arm. Okay.
Betsy, I'm not going to show people at home my cool tattoo that I have, but Nicole will get to see it.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Very cool.
All right. So this procedure, it just takes a matter of moments. And what do people need to fill out?
So they fill out the consent form, which we have at the pharmacy counter, and then we go ahead and we run it through the computer system just like a normal prescription. Okay. So if you're over the age of 65 and have your red, white, and blue card, your shot is going to be absolutely free. Nice. And we do have the high-dose flu shot that's available for everyone that's over the age of 65. Okay. And then for everyone that's under 65, we have the quadrivalent shot. So that is the premier shot that everyone should be getting. There used to be a flu shot that only had 3 strains. So you want to make sure that when you get your flu shot this year, you get the quadrivalent shot.
Is that the one that I'm about to get right now?
It is, yes.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. So I hope that this looks good at home. Oh my gosh, I dropped the microphone. Betsy, I broke the microphone. Okay, it's still working. Jeez Louise, amateur hour. All right, so this is good. So you can walk into Hy-Vee, no appointment necessary. Betsy's thinking I'm just trying to stall it. All right, let's get this done. So here we go.
Crying on TV.
I will not cry on Facebook or on MPW. And keep this in mind, like, yes, you get a fuel saver. I probably need to relax my arm, right?
Yes,
Relax
your arm.
I need to let the chub hang out and not flex my muscle. Betsy, no flexing. Ow, I felt it a little bit. Is that it? Ooh.
You're done.
That's it?
That's it.
That was easy.
It is.
I get a cool Band-Aid or a sucker or anything like that?
I could give you a sucker if you wanted, but you don't get a Band-Aid because you're not even bleeding.
What?
No.
How am I not even bleeding? Look at that at home, friends. That looks pretty good. Wow. All right. So it's really that easy. So,
It's really that easy.
Yes, and obviously the difference between Nicole, influenza and I don't feel good, my stomach hurts. It's not the same thing, right?
Correct. Influenza is an actual disease that you have in your body versus not feeling good is just, having a slight fever, that type of thing.
Yeah. So this is the shot that will keep you from hopefully not getting influenza A or B, or hopefully there's not a new like influenza Z. That would be if you become a zombie. We don't want you to do that. But we don't want you to go to the hospital. So that's what we talk about when we talk about the flu. And I feel like one of my boys last year had influenza and they had to test like
Correct.
mucus or whatever.
Yep, they do a nasal swab to test for influenza, and then if you test positive, they're going to give you a medication called Tamiflu, which actually does not make you feel better. It basically just shortens the duration of the flu by a day or two. So there's really not much you can do when you actually get influenza. So the best way to protect yourself is to get the flu shot. And especially with how bad the flu was last year, we're expecting a lot of people to want to get this flu shot.
And again, the incentive for Hy-Vee is the fuel saver. So like I will fill out the form because I didn't do it ahead of time, but if you come in, you would fill out the form, get the shot, and then get the fuel saver, and that's just like an added incentive. I mean, you can't really go anywhere else and get a flu shot that'll A, keep you safe, that's the most important thing, and then B, save you money on gas. So I mean, that's my motivation for doing this was to be able to talk about it to y'all and to show you how easy it is, even though I just had a tongue twister, how easy it is. And I really didn't even feel it. I mean, that's what's so wild.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't like shots, and one of the reasons they might not come in and get it is because they're scared of getting a shot, right?
Correct. Yeah, and really, it's going to take us about 3 seconds. We're just going to find your deltoid muscle, and we're just going to go right in the middle of it and try to make it as painless as possible.
And it's true, Nicole, you would admit that being 65 pounds lighter like I am and on this better diet, that my deltoids were just popping, right?
Huge muscles, guys. Huge.
Bigly. Hopefully this little tiny baby camera that we're using makes the deltoids look much bigger at home. But listen, here's the thing. It's cold and flu season. I know people that are dealing with things like pneumonia and bronchitis, and it's August. So unfortunately, these colds and flus don't care what season it is. They really don't. They just, the thing is, if you can keep yourself and your family safe, you totally should. My wife tells me, and I wanted to ask you this, and I guess I'll just ask it now. Do I need to get like a whooping cough shot since we're going to have a new person in my house soon, a baby?
Yes, so the Tdap shot is a vaccine that you should get every 10 years. If it's been less than that, it's not really going to hurt anything to get that booster, but you have to have it at a minimum of every 10 years. Very important if you're around new babies, because it's not necessarily protecting you, but it's keeping that baby safe, because unfortunately there have been fatalities because of whooping cough.
Okay, so is that a vaccine that I can get here at Hy-Vee?
It is, yes. You don't need a prescription. You just need to come right in. And this is something that parents should get, grandparents, aunts and uncles, anyone that's going to be around the child, caring for the child in close proximity really should be up to date on that vaccine.
That's good to know. That's great. And is it covered by our fantastic
Most
Hy-Vee
insurances, I will tell you these days, most vaccines are considered preventative now. So if you have an employer's insurance, any type of immunization, I would say 98% of the time has $0 copay. So just like Tony was talking about with the fuel saver, most people are going to come in, pay nothing, and get 20 cents on their fuel saver card.
Pretty awesome.
So basically we're paying you to get vaccinated.
Yeah, right. It's a really good deal if you think about it, and you're just going to, again, keep yourself safe. I realize that I'm sitting here talking to y'all in an undershirt. So just, again, if you're just joining us, I got a flu shot, and I had to take off a dress shirt so that we could access my giant delta muscle, my deltoid 5000, I think that's what it was called. And the flu shot is here at Hy-Vee, and you can walk right in and get it. We literally just walked across the store, sat down, got the shot, and I'm good to go. So Nicole Duhlmeyer and the crew here at Hy-Vee can take care of you. No appointment necessary, just walk in and get it. And I guess I need to figure out when to get the Tdap shot. Is that what it's called, Tdap?
Yeah, we can do that in like 30 seconds.
Okay, we don't have to do it right now. I'm thinking like maybe in the future we'll do it. I got like 8 more weeks till the baby shows up, so maybe not right now. But how about me being brave, huh? And being safe. So I'm going to wrap up the show from right here. And then because I don't want you to awkwardly watch me put my shirt back on and then be like, why is it such a struggle? Because it's not, anyways. I don't normally put a shirt back on at work. But when I get the flu shot, I do. So thank you for watching. Thanks to West Liberty Police Chief Kerry Kinmonth for joining us. He was great. And West Liberty Police probably going to be doing another self-defense class. And again, the sad news breaking this morning is that police authorities believe they may have found Molly Tippett's body. There's a press conference later this afternoon. If you're watching us tonight, this has probably already happened, and I'm not trying to speculate, but that's what Chief told me when he came in. He saw it on national news. So that is an unfortunate turn of events, but it is good to know that people like Chief and his crew are being proactive and offering things like self-defense classes. They had 150 women that came out to that, and it was absolutely free. So we support efforts like that and people that are doing good work in and around Muscatine and throughout Muscatine County. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow when it'll be Wednesday, and I will not be getting a shot. I feel like I should reward myself with a Busch Light Tall Boy.
We could get another shot tomorrow. We could do the Tdap tomorrow on the show.
Yeah, I have to check the calendar, but I think we're pretty busy tomorrow. I think we got a whole thing. We'll have to see. But thanks, Nicole, for putting me on the spot. Listen, thanks for watching. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine. And shout out to team staffing. Get your flu shot. Get it taken care of. And take care of yourself and your family. This is Tony Tone. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching us. If you're catching the show on cable, weeknights 7:30 and 10:30 on MPW Channel 5. Thanks to our friends at Remax for allowing the show to be on their channel. We appreciate that very much. And we'll see you on Wednesday live at 8:30 or on cable whenever you watch this. Goodbye, friends. That's all.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.
Hello?